Hi, my name is Lemurian Donna Carol, and I'd like to welcome you to my webinar. It's called Bring in Joy, Healing, and Wisdom by Connecting to Your Spirit Guides. So when you think about how you connect to Spirit, do you ask yourself, am I truly connecting to Source? Am I truly connecting to my guides? Am I getting the right information? Is the information accurate? Do you feel like this? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm confused about it, or it's too much to think about. Perhaps it's overwhelming for you. And everybody wants to know if the information that they're getting is accurate, if it's for real. Maybe you feel like this when trying to get answers on your part to play in this world regarding your soul mission, your spiritual contract, or even your ascension into 5D. Are you unsure about what your spiritual mission is? Are you confused about your spirituality and how it relates to current events going on in the world right now? Does it make you feel frozen? Does it make you wonder about which direction to take? Or maybe you feel like this, that there's so many spiritual guides out there with different programs and different belief systems that you don't know what to believe in or who to believe in. It's just overwhelming. It shuts you down. And you're wondering, how can I be sure that what they're saying is correct, or if they're the right guide for me? And of course, nobody wants to make the wrong decision or waste money or time when trying to come to a good decision regarding their spiritual path. So how can you be sure that you're on the right path? How can you be sure that you're headed in the right direction with all of the noise coming from different people out there? And how can you connect to that small, still voice within you that will never lie to you, never lead you astray, and always point you in the right direction? And how can you help others connect to Spirit as well? How can you be of strong spiritual service in this world? And this is getting more and more important as many people are awakening right now to their spirituality. Well, guess what? It could be like this, crystal clear. You can feel energized, you can feel connected and confident with your relationship to Spirit and your spiritual guides. And I can help you. My name is Donna Carol, also known as Lemurian Donna Carol, and I am a professional channel. I have been channeling for 11 years, and I started my own business 6 years ago. I channel public messages, I give individual readings, and I teach people how to channel. So I've meditated for 25 years, and I connect to and channel spirits of the light, including the Lemurian Mother Goddess, various archangels, various masters, ETs such as the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, and the green-hearted healers. And I also channel humans that have passed over to the other side. Besides owning my own business, I have an MBA, and I've also worked as a high school teacher years ago. But I was not always happy, self-confident, or spiritually connected. I wasn't always the owner of my own business, teaching channeling and giving readings internationally. I had many demons to heal from an abusive and sad childhood. And I suffered from severe anxiety, PTSD, depression, and severe chronic insomnia. I isolated myself from others, and I did not value my spiritual gifts or my unique connection to spirit. So I saw the world as a sad and a dangerous place, and I felt unloved and I felt vulnerable. I felt left out, and I felt alone. But my life got much better. In fact, I would say it got saved when I started connecting to spirit. First through meditation, and then later through channeling. And today, using the crystal selenite, and here is an example of the crystal selenite. Looks like pure glass, found all over the world. I am going to teach you 3 ways to connect to your spirit guides, which will bring in joy, healing, and wisdom using this crystal, which has the highest vibration of any crystals upon the planet. It's called selenite. And this is a particularly beautiful form of selenite called Utah ice. And it's very clear and glass-like. And if you're interested in purchasing this selenite, you can find it on my website under the Selenite and Angels page. And also, if you're interested in finding out more about selenite, go to the Selenite and Angels page, and there's a 55-minute lecture on what selenite is and how you can use it to connect spiritually. It's very informative. So that's free, and it's my gift to you if you want to learn more about this incredible crystal. But suffice to say that selenite will amplify and extend your intention. So whatever you do, you can do it better with selenite. And it connects directly to the celestial realm. So this stone or this crystal is a bridge from here to the angels, to the angelic realm. So we're going to do exactly 3 ways to connect to your spiritual guides. And these methods are short, fast, and effective. Anyone can do them to bring more light and healing and wisdom into their lives. And so this is what I'm going to teach you today. Number 1, we're going to activate the healing centers of our hands to send out divine healing energy to ourselves or others. Number 2, we're going to use the breath to release negative emotions and fill the vacuum that was created with divine light. And number 3, we're going to unite the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy within the brain and the body by doing the infinity meditation. Are you ready to stop wasting time with spiritual intermediaries and connect to spirit yourself directly? So, first of all, we're going to activate the healing centers of your hands to send out divine healing energy to yourself or to others. And we're going to we're going to utilize selenite to amplify and extend the healing energy. And anyone can do this. It's a very simple yet effective technique. So, everybody has a healing center in the palm of their hands called the palm chakra. And when Jesus was walking the earth, he talked about how you could activate the healing center of your palms and send out healing energy to people. So we're going to do something very much like what they did 2,000 years ago, but we're going to utilize selenite. So to activate the palms of your hands, what you want to do is take your selenite and you want to open the palms of your hands. You want to open these healing centers. So just have the intention of opening the center of your palm. Just press the selenite into the center of your palm on this hand, and then press it into the center of your palm on the other hand. And just say to yourself, or just have the intention of opening the healing centers of your palms. And now we're going to work with source energy. Now, you can work with source energy directly, or you can always invoke a guide. And I like to invoke a guide because if you're going to do the work, why not make it as powerful as possible? So today I'm going to invoke Archangel Raphael, but you can invoke any guide that you're comfortable with. And if you don't know who to invoke, just call in your highest and best healers in the light. Just invoke your highest and best healing guides, and they'll come through. So to connect to source, what you want to do is from your crown chakra or from your mind, you just want to say or have the intention, I'm connecting to source. And a line of energy will go from your crown up to the center of creation. And then what you want to do is you want to pull that energy down from source and bring it into your crown chakra. So just pull source energy down into your crown, and then again bring that energy from the crown into your heart, and just let it set there. And you can see that I'm moving a little bit, and that means that the transference is taking place. The energy is coming into my body, and at this time I would ask my guide to come into my heart. So I ask Archangel Raphael, please come into my heart and work with me today, and he'll come right through. Okay, perfect. And now the energy is into your heart, but we want to get it into the palms of our hands. So imagine that energy going up into your shoulders, down your arms, and into the palms of your hands. Just ask that source energy to go into the palms of your hands. And you can put the selenite between the palms of your hands just to amp up that energy, to heighten it. And then what you want to do is decide where you want to send this energy. So first, let's send this energy to others. If there's a particular person or a group of people or perhaps some animals, any type of life that you want to send this healing energy to, let's send it out. So I'm going to send the healing energy to the whole earth. I'm going to send healing energy to Mother Earth. And I'm actually going to envision my hands surrounding the earth. So I close my eyes, the energy is coming out the palms of my hands, and my intention is to send healing energy to all inhabitants of the earth, including the earth herself. So here we go. And I'm just transferring the energy, and it will go where it is needed. Or perhaps you want to send some healing energy to your dog. So you can do this from a distance, or you can do it right on your dog's body. Just place your hands under his stomach and on his back, and just send your puppy some healing energy. You can send it directly onto the skin, or you can create some space between your dog's body and the energy itself. Very good. Now, you can always utilize the selenite to place on the body. So think about yourself. Do you have somewhere on the body that's bothering you or causing problems? Or is there somewhere where you have some emotional pain or physical pain? So right now I'm feeling some pain in my right hip. So to send healing energy to myself, I would do the whole sequence over again. Connect to source, pull source energy into my crown and into my heart. Call in Archangel Raphael, please assist me. Have the energy go up my shoulders, down my arms, and into the palms of my hands, right? And now I take that piece of selenite and I place it directly onto my right hip where I'm having pain. And I ask Archangel Raphael, please, can you help me? Can you heal this area of my body? And I just send the healing energy in. You may notice that your hands heat up or they get a little bit warmer. Send that energy to yourself for as long as you would like. My hands are feeling very, very hot right now, and so is my hip. It's working. So if I were doing this for real, I would keep it there longer. But for the sake of time, we're going to move on. And I think you get the idea of how to send healing energy from the palms of your hands to anyone or anywhere or anything. And using selenite really, really amps it up, gives it a lot of power, a lot of effectiveness. So here is a testimonial from Barbara Portzline, who learned this exercise in one of my classes, and she says, as a result of learning the practice of activating the healing center of my hands, I have been able to send healing energy out to the members of my family who need it most. Upon using the selenite, I could actually feel the energy in my hands vibrating as I engaged in this practice. And by placing the selenite on my own affected areas, exactly how Donna Carol instructed me to, I felt a surge and then a release of some of my own pain. Connecting with my spirit guides in this way has been instrumental in my healing. And yes, it is instrumental in your healing, and it really does work, but you have to do it. Do this once or twice a day for body parts that are giving you some pain, and measure the difference. So let me ask you another question. Are you ready to easily release negativity in real time so the energy does not build up in your body? We are going to use our breath to release negative emotions and fill the vacuum that was created with divine light. And we're going to hold the selenite in our hands as we do this. Now, this is important because many times people get into an argument with someone or have bad feelings about a certain situation, and they think about it and they think about it, and it goes on in their mind, and it just stays there. And it might stay there for days before the person actually talks to someone about it, or, you know, it gets not as intense, and it kind of mellows out in their psyche after a while. But you don't have to live with negative emotions or negativity. If something happens and it impacts you, it makes you feel badly, you can release it in real time, immediately after it's happening, or even during the experience itself, so that the impressions do not build up in your body. And what happens with people is that they have a negative feeling, whether it's fear, anger, resentment, grief, whatever it is, and that energy stays in their body. And eventually, if it's not released, it goes into the muscles, the tendons, the vital organs. And this is how people get sick. Many people that have passed from cancer have passed from cancer because they had a lot of anger within their systems that they never dealt with. It was buried. And so it's very important to release things as they come up. And it's much easier to release them in real time as they're happening than to wait 5 years later and do it at the therapist's office. Okay? So there's a point to this, and it's a very effective way to heal yourself emotionally. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to use the breath to release negative emotions and fill the vacuum that was created with divine light. So what you want to do is hold your piece of selenite, feels good in your hand, and then find the point in your body where there's tension or a negative emotion. So, and you might have to take a little time to do this. It's not entirely intuitive for some people, but think about someone that upset you. And where are you feeling it in your body? And I'm thinking about someone who upset me. And I am feeling it in my body, and I'm feeling it on the left side of my heart. So there's an impression there that got buried, that needs to be released. So what you want to do is focus on that point, imagining that the breath is there. Okay, I know the breath is not in your heart, but let's imagine that the breath is in your heart. And I want you to place selenite over that point. Now, your point could be different. It could be in your throat. It could be in your lungs. You know, it could be in your solar plexus. But mine's in the heart, so I'm going to put my selenite there. And now I'm going to invoke my healing guides. So I'm going to ask my highest and best healing guides to come forth and assist me. Or you can call in cleansing guides. Usually those are angels, but it could also be ETs, Arcturians, and such. Now I want you to focus on the negativity, the emotion that you're feeling there, the constriction that you're feeling there, and then I want you to breathe it out. So feel that emotion, and then with the selenite on your heart, I want you to kind of tilt your head a little bit and just breathe it out and give it up to source. Okay, it might not all get released with one breath. So do that a second or a third time to release the negativity. Very good. And so you just want to keep repeating that exercise until that point feels neutral. You don't feel any charge. You don't feel any negative expression in that point that you are working with. And so I'm kind of feeling that, and I do feel neutral, so I'm done. But if you don't have it totally cleared, just keep working with the selenite until it's totally released. But we're not done yet. Now that I've released that negative charge, what I'm going to do is to bring in a much higher frequency. So there was a vacuum that was created there. And now I ask my highest and best healing guides to fill up that vacuum that was created with divine light. Divine, holy light from source, and let that energy come in. And you should be able to feel a transmittal of that energy. Some people are not sensitive to energy. Please understand that it's working, whether or not you feel it. Your intention makes it so. Okay, I'm feeling it coming in. It's making me shake just a little bit, which is a positive thing for me. Very good, and that's how you do it. And you can do this very, very quickly. In fact, if you get really charged during the day, you should do this, and then you won't be carrying that negative expression the next few days. You'll sleep better, you'll feel better. It's just a quick and easy way to heal yourself. And we like to use our breath. So Joanne Lovato did this exercise. And she sent me a really nice video recording, which was pretty soft as far as the sound. So I'm just going to read what she said. And she says, before working with Donna Carol today, I did one of her exercises. I was really stressed out. I am a mother of two, one who has sensory processing issues, and I was going through some relationship stuff, and I was just holding it in rather than expressing it or releasing it. After doing her exercise, I noticed immediate relief. I felt like I had a huge ball in my throat. I wasn't voicing what I needed to. After doing the exercise, I felt calm. That stress ball in my throat was no longer there. I am really looking forward to doing more work with her. She is an amazing person. Well, thank you so much, Joanne. That was really sweet of you to say. So now I need to ask you, are you ready to bring in more peace, harmony, and balance into your life using a simple third eye meditation? I am going to teach you how to unite the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy within the brain and the body by doing an infinity meditation. One thing that people might not realize about selenite is it encompasses unity consciousness. So it unites the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies automatically. But when you combine it with this meditation, it really, really becomes a powerful exercise. Okay, so we're going to work with the third eye and the left and right hemispheres of the brain. Now, the left hemisphere of the brain, this side, controls the right side of the body. And that would be considered the masculine energy. It's action-oriented, forward-moving, logical, all of these things. And the left side of the brain, the right side of the brain, excuse me, works with the left side of the body, which is the feminine aspect, which is receptive, nurturing, loving, more emotional. Okay, so we have the masculine side of the brain and the feminine side of the brain. And we have the masculine side of the body and the feminine side of the body. Now, the right and left hemispheres of the brain are connected by a bundle of nerves in the middle of the brain, and this is called the Corpus Callosum. And it just looks like a bunch of fiber optic cables, you know, a bunch of nerves that connect the two sides of the brain. And research, scientific research, has discovered that people that are more emotionally intelligent, people that are more intelligent overall, and people that are more successful, more balanced, happier, those individuals have a stronger, more functional corpus callosum that connects the two sides of the brain so that it can work together, so that it's integrated. And the exact opposite is true as well. So it's really important to bring the two sides of the brain together, to integrate them, to create a whole balanced person. And you can do this with a third eye meditation. So you want to make this connection stronger, and this will bring more balance into your life. Okay, so this is how you do the third eye meditation called the infinity meditation. First of all, you can activate your third eye by just taking your selenite and tapping on your third eye. You'll open it, right? And then what you want to do to actually do the meditation is imagine, and you can do this with your crystal, a figure 8 that is sideways. And you want to imagine that figure 8 going through the third eye and on either side above the brow, okay? Now go ahead and try that infinity meditation without the selenite. And you will notice that your eyes will start moving inside your head as you do that figure 8 over the third eye. And this is connecting the right and left sides of the brain. Now, you won't be able to do that meditation for 15 minutes or half an hour because your eyes are moving and it's kind of a strong meditation, but you can do it for a few seconds or maybe a half a minute every day. While you're at the red light, while your car stopped, you can do the infinity meditation. You can do it while you're in the restroom. Point is you can do this during the day when you have short amounts of time. Utilize that time and improve yourself and improve the connection between the right and left hemispheres of your brain, which will improve the connection between the divine masculine and the divine feminine within your body and your brain. So a student of mine, Madeline Cooper of McLean, says, when I do the infinity meditation throughout the day, my day goes smoother and my energy stays high. I feel more present and centered, and I don't get weighed down by the problems that come up in life. It seems that the masculine and feminine energies in me are coming together and creating mental and emotional balance. And that is what people need most of all in their lives, balance. So those were the 3 techniques that I showed you today. We learned how to activate the centers of our hands to send out divine healing energy to ourselves and others. We learned how to use the breath to release negative emotions in real time and feel the vacuum that was created with divine light. And we also learned how to unite the divine feminine and divine masculine energy within the brain and body by doing the infinity meditation. So I showed you some short tricks to connect directly to your spirit guides. So you always want to invoke your guides to help you as you do these techniques, because their energy will make it stronger, more powerful for you. And you can use your spirit guides all the time for releasing negativity and bringing in healing. And I even showed you that third eye meditation that yogis use to bring unity within your own masculine and feminine sides. If you make these short teachings part of your everyday life, you'll bring in higher states of consciousness, balance, and ultimately more love into your life. You can fast forward your healing by utilizing your guides, the breath, and expansive selenite. You can have a better and more intimate relationship with spirit. But if you would like to take it even further, you can learn how to verbally channel your spirit guides yourself. You can have your guides come in your body and speak through your mouth, giving you wisdom, insight, and advice, as well as healing energy. You can feel energized, connected, and confident with your relationship to spirit and your guides by learning how to channel the Lemurian way. This will enable you to bring in accurate information and healing. So when you bring in your guides, they have a totally different perspective. They're not embodied, they're spirits, and they can bring in much more esoteric and objective viewpoints to help you, your friends, and your clients. Channeling spirits of the light is the best way that I know to bring in the most joy, healing, and wisdom into your life. I help people looking for spiritual guidance learn to channel for themselves using my simple 3-step process, EAT, which stands for Educate, Activate, and Translate. The EAT process generates spiritual nourishment and a visceral connection to your guides that is unmatched by any other spiritual practice. And believe me, I've done a lot of practices and I've tried a lot of healing techniques. But for me, channeling is the creme de la creme. Through my proprietary EAT system, you'll learn how to safely and accurately channel your guides of the light. In fact, I guarantee that you will channel your guides. And it's very important to channel them safely. You want to channel being fully protected and fully confident that you are channeling the best guides possible for you. So understand that nourishment is not just for the physical body. When you learn how to channel, you feed your spiritual body too. So I would love it if you learned how to channel safely, accurately, and consistently by taking one of my classes. Learn to channel the Lemurian way using my proprietary EAT system. This class is designed for Lemurians and other starseeds. The class is 16 hours long and it is offered year-round. So you'll get tons of support from me and your classmates, and you will learn how to channel, guaranteed. Most classes these days are pre-recorded. This is a live class with an experienced teacher. I taught high school. I have an MBA. I'm very, very experienced in what I do, and I take a lot of pride in what I do, and I try to do it to the best of my ability. So if you're interested, go to my Facebook page, Lemurian Donna Carol, or go to my website, LemurianDonnaCarol.com, or give me a call at 505-515-5088, or send me an email at LemurianDonnaCarol@gmail.com. I would love to teach you how to channel. It is my soul mission to teach other peoples to do what I do. You will love it, and I would love to hear from you. So give me a call whenever you can. And have a great day, and thanks for listening to the webinar. Bye-bye.